Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. It's Sunday afternoon. You guys know I've been doing this card thing for, over a year now. Hey, if you are new to the page, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell if you're not already subscribed. As you can see, I'm not in my normal studio. It's Sunday where we give you kind of a market recap and a little inspiration because that's who I am. It's what I do on Sundays. So we know that the Fed, the FOMC meeting, Jerome Powell was very, he was singing a hawkish song, and he went up 75 basis points, right? If he would have went up a full point or a full percentile, that would have been even worse. And as I forestated, that when you have these Wednesday FOMC meetings and the Fed is talking really high, that becomes a 3-day event. So you guys saw what happened Thursday, and then you saw the continual sell-off Friday. Knowing these things in advance, for those of you that are day trading and swing trading, this helps you to make a clearer decision on your trading. A lot of you guys have told me you did the SQQQ. Some of you that never did it before, we were discussing that earlier, and you made money. But you got to be careful with those. Me personally, I don't hold those long. I hold them for days, and that's it. I'm in and out, whether it's a TQQQ or SQQQ, right? And so be careful with those. There is money to be made. But the bulk of what I want to talk about today is that now that everybody, especially the talking heads on CNBC and Fox Business and Yahoo and all of those channels, they were all bulls, when we had the bear market bounce. This coming week, you're going to see all of them going to be bears now. And that's what the media does. When the market is running good, all of the bulls are talking, right? Guys like me, we tell you the truth in a bull market that the bears are about to take over, right? And vice versa. When there's a bear market and we see that the market is rebounding, at least myself, I'm going to tell you against the grain, against what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth because that is the only thing that's going to make you money. And so I'm going to continue to do that because you guys are more than just a number to me. You guys, each number that are watching my videos represent my family. And when I see you guys and you say, hey, you've been on our case about taking profits. And since I've been taking profits, I've been winning more than I've been losing. That's what brings me joy. Okay. And that's what helps me to sleep at night. And so I want to continue in that vein. And so let's just get ready for this coming week. Monday could be green, all right? So be careful of Monday. Monday could be green, meaning that the market overreacted last week. So you could have a green day Monday. I'm not saying it will be green. I'm saying could. So I don't know. It could be red. It could be green. But I would be more cautious, actually, if it was green than red. I just don't believe that if it's green that it'll be very long for those of you that are not good stock pickers or day traders, okay? So I just don't think that it'll last, especially with the geopolitical situation that is ramping up, right? And the freshness of the CPI numbers and the Fed hawkish talk. Now, all of the Feds are talking hawkish now. They are on the same team. And just remember, it is their job to cause the housing market to do what it's doing now, both foot on the brakes. It is their jobs, the Fed job now, to make the jobs report go worse, right? It is literally his job to put some people out of work. And that's the way he has to do it to combat inflation, right? Well, that's what he chooses to do. Though I think he's on the verge of being too hawkish, and that will force us into an early recession. So yes, the Fed can force us into an early recession. Now, I said all of that to say this. With information, and that's why I'm a strong believer that we need more than anything is good information. Information will bring wealth, right? And so just like Warren Buffett said, in a bear market or a recession, all you need is temperament. If you see that things, I mean, let's face it, the S&P could just get really, really, really low, right? And 3,500, you know, you heard some people saying 3,200, you know, I showed you guys the report that people that start, not just buy all in, but start to buy when the S&P is negative 20%. Those are the ones that make money. This time might be a little different. This time you may have to wait even lower because the market was so overinflated. The Fed printed so much more money. And so I'm going to keep it real with you guys. When I start to buy, you guys will, and this is not get like me. Remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. But I just believe that there is, you know, the elevator has a few more floors down. For those of us that's been cashing up, we are doing well. Right now, the more cash you have, the better off you are right now in this market. And for those of you that didn't believe that in the beginning, now you're believing in that. It's amazing what a few days could show you. Now, everybody was saying we won't revisit the June lows. We did, blew through that. We're going to establish new lows, good people. And we could even establish even newer lows than we had on Friday. So let's just see and wait and see what the market is doing before the recession. And here's what normally happens. I'm just going to paint the whole picture for those of you that are new. We still could have a bull market run. If the Fed doesn't crash the market, we could still have a bear market bounce in the last quarter. And we still could have a Christmas rally. We still could have a good October and November, right? And so for those of you that got into plays here recently, you could take the time to do some profit taking then, right? So learn how to do stop losses, learn how to do trailing stop losses, learn the tools that you are using, that you're trading with, and you'll make more money. I just want to say this in closing that, you know, if I say something that Warren Buffett said or does, people listen and there's no kickback. But if I say something inspirational, somebody say, oh, you too preachy. Well, that's me. That's just like saying, hey, you too tan. I'm even tanner now that I've been laying on the beach. I was burnt, y'all. But it's just the reality. And so listen, you never throw the baby out with the bathwater. So I gotta continue to be me. We live in this world today now where we can be us, right? So I am unapologetically a believer or, a Christian. And I know that I'm talking to many religions around the world. I'm not trying to convert you. I'm just trying to come from my perspective, which is a perspective of your latter looks better than your past. Your latter looks better than your present. So Warren Buffett, he literally just said, all you need is temperament in a bear market, right? And I was just thinking, I was in church this morning and my cousin was preaching and he was just talking about, I was praying over you guys early this morning, your finances, your health and wealth, like I do. And I was just thinking about Moses, right? And you guys saw the movie for those of you that don't know the story. Let's go to the movie version, right? He got these people through. These people saw all of these miracles, right? Then he gets to the sea, right? And these people are like, you got us out here. We're going to die. After they saw all of this. And so, Moses did the same thing. Warren Buffett did the same thing that Moses did. He just continued to, Warren Buffett continued to buy when the market was crashing. He continued to buy as the market was going down. He just kept, because he was buying into companies that he fundamentally believed in, right? And so, Moses started, he's crying to God and saying, oh God, what am I going to do? And we always go to the part where God says to Moses, what's that in your hand? Which was a staff. He stretched the staff out and the sea parted, right? But before that, read it. He said, why are you bothering me with this? This is petty, in other words. I'm paraphrasing. He literally said, why are you even bothering me with this? You got the answers. So what I'm going to encourage you today on, you guys got the answers. If you've been getting these pink slips for shut-off bills, if you've gotten eviction notices, or you're just struggling to make it day to day, I'm telling you, what you need to do, you already have. It just takes discipline. So I'm going to go over this again. I've been dollar cost averaging. When the Fed, not the Fed, this special committee announces that we are in a true recession, which it started January of this year, officially, when they let the world know the whole truth, then that's when I'm going to double down in my dollar cost averaging. And I'm not going to just start buying big chunks at that point. I'm just going to double down in my dollar cost averaging, right? And then when I see that the market is ripe to start buying big chunks of companies, then that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to share it with all of you guys. So just do what is hard now, so you can live an easy life later. I'm not making any big purchases. I'm traveling for business. I'll be out again next week at VidCon, trying to learn to do this better so I can communicate with you guys better. And I'm spending my own money. I'm not speaking at this one like I did the last one at FinCon, Vid Summit or VidCon or Vid Summit. I'm not speaking at this, but I'm going to Vid Summit to be a better communicator. I want to run my page better. I want to communicate with you guys better. So we're going to continue to do what's necessary now. And what's necessary now is to don't look at the red. There's going to be more red. Just think about red, the Red Sea, right? Don't look at the red right now. Just continue to do the hard thing, which is buy through the red right now. And that's going to pay off later. Okay. And I am not going in heavy right now. All right. So my $5 a day or $10 a day is nothing. Right. And so it's not 10% of my income. It's very, very small. But when the hard recession hit, I'm going to do what's hard, and I'm going to buy more. I'm going to double down on my $5, $10 a day. I'm going to double down, quadruple down, and I'm going to buy these big, solid companies. I want a lot of Apple. I talked to someone the other day that had over $1 million in just Apple alone. And he told me he has been buying it. Actually, he had a couple of $1 million of just Apple. He had millions of dollars of just Apple. And he told me he's been buying it since the late 80s, you know, and that's how long he's been buying Apple, right? And so that's how you get to that point. So is he going to cash out all his Apple now? No, he's not. He's been through crashes, he's been through corrections, he's been through recessions, and he still has his Apple, and he's still buying. That's what's crazy. So if you really want to build true generational wealth, let's do what's hard now so we can live an easier life later. Listen, you're always going to have something to worry about, but let's scratch finances off that list, right? We just want to be healthy and we want time. All right, good people. Hey, you guys already know. If you're following me, we are cashing up with Moo. That's what we're cashing up, getting ready for next year. All right. And when that correction or when the recession comes, we will have the cash to buy. Until then, we are dollar cost averaging with Webull. They both have a ton of free stock. Just deposit $100 into both and fund them immediately. Okay, good people? Or continue to use the brokers that you use. But I suggest you have a minimum of 3 so you could stop looking at that sea of red. But now is the time to shift. All right, good people. Hey, I'm going to leave it right there. For those of you that are new to the page, this is what I do on Sundays, and so we'll see you tomorrow morning. All right. Live, love, laugh, and learn. Love you guys.